Hello and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to a fun new series that I am going to be bringing to you. Well, I'm going to try for weekly, as you could see from the thumbnail, inspired by online scrapbooking classes, because as I had mentioned, and I had mentioned this I think last autumn, that I wanted to try and do this series, and I never really got around to it. But I love taking online classes. I've taken so many, and I have completed very few. So every Saturday I will be bringing you a layout inspired by a class, and on the first Saturday and the third Saturday of the month, my lovely friend Karina will be joining me over on Instagram, because on the first Saturday of the month, we are going to be working with the Redefined Creative Palooza classes, whether it be the Layout Palooza or one of the Stash Bash Paloozas. We will each be doing a layout based on one of those classes, not necessarily the same layout for sure. And on the third Saturday of the month, we will be working with one of our lovely friend Sarah Scrapp's classes from her YouTube membership group, which I will talk more about, of course, when we do that one on the third month. And on the second and the fourth, I will be working with some of the Nicole Jones 911 classes, particularly the Scrapathons. On one of those, I'm not quite sure which, you'll find out next week. And on the other week, I will be alternating between some Chamel classes and the Scrapbook and Cards Today Scrapbooking 101, the new year-long class, so that I will have one class in there that is a very current and ongoing class. So for today's layout, I am working with one of these Stash Bash Paloozas classes from the summer, in particular the July class. But I am also working with one of the Baby Got Scraps page kits that I put together. And if you recall, this is the kit that I put together, and I said, oh, I'm not sure about this one. Something's missing. I'm not sure I like it. And so when Christy watched that video, she actually challenged me to use that kit first. Now, I was almost finished a layout, which was the one you saw last Sunday for Sketch Sunday, but I took that challenge accepted, and there you go. I used that kit. She was right. I do love the outcome of this layout. I love it because I used some black cardstock on the background, and that is something that I have definitely been inspired by Christina to do. All of the papers, therefore, come from that Baby Got Scraps page kit, and a few of the other little bits and bobs that I put together. But then I wanted to freshen it up a little bit, so I did go into my How to Kill a Kit with Style and got some of the Jen Hatfield Avenue ephemera, some of my lovely Nicole Jones 911 printables as well, and of course some of the Chadney wood buttons that I've been using. So the first thing I did is I took this lovely paper from the Marigold collection, cut my triangles, and then used another one of the papers that was in that kit to do a little bit of tearing and put that along part of the triangles. And I sort of straight away loved that effect. And then I thought, and if there is anything that the Stash Bash Palooza teaches us, it is, of course, some awesome go-to designs, but also simplicity in a way where you can get some gorgeous layouts without making it overly complicated, getting some high impact for not too much effort. So I did a little bit of clustering, and then I wanted to do some messy splatters. And I didn't want to use just some of my shimmers mist, because I find that they seep right in. I didn't really want to use white, and then I remember, because that white got me thinking to my acrylic paint, because that is what I generally do with splatters. With white splatters, I used watered down acrylic paints. So I went into my stash, and I'm very, very pleased with this, because I had not even opened this, and I have had this, I can't tell you how many years. The Tim Holtz Distress Paint in Antique Linen. I love antique linen. It's one of my favorite colors to do some edging and a little bit of distressing. I love it. So I thought, you know what? I am going to try splattering with the Distress Antique Linen, and I love it. So I just opened up the top, and I went in with a round watercolor type brush and just did some splattering. So you can see sometimes here it made little lines, bigger dots, splatters, and I just love that effect. And in the end, I find that color goes perfectly with the layout that I was trying to do. So I'm quite proud of that splattering, if I may say so myself. A little photo here of my little guy, as is his habit. He loves it when I'm scrapbooking. So this is one of the latest. Now, I know I tend to scrapbook this type of photo fairly often, but sometimes I do like to scrap that same photo because it reminds me of some of the projects, or in this case, Baby Diego's album that I was working on. So, and then I like seeing the differences in Chopin as time evolves as well, even though his pose is generally pretty much the same. So I matted the photo in a very thin, narrow mat of just this peachy cardstock, and then this piece that was part of my page kit. Then I got some of these lovely labels from Nicole Jones 911 out, tucked them in. Like, you've seen me do this before. I love doing it, with combining that with a viewfinder, and it makes for a lovely cluster. I love doing that. Popped another little circular element here and here. I found this from a My Mind's Eye collection that I had, which is a little kitty cat sticker. So I just put that there. One of the Nicole Jones 911 cameras here, which is popped up on foam. The florals come from the Avenue, the Jen Hatfield The Avenue collection, which is my How to Kill a Kit with Style for January. This little one, was just in my bowl, in one of my bowls on my desk. And then I thought these two lovely areas were just perfect for a camera from Chadney, wood button camera, and a wood button little rainbow here. And then I added just a couple of puffy stickers. There's no real title. This doesn't really need a title, but I just popped a couple of these puffy word stickers from the Jen Hadfield collection. Amazing, happy, and awesome, because my little guy is always happy. I think that's awesome. He is very therapeutic for me as well, and he just loves it when I scrapbook, which I find is amazing. So there you go. So I will put all of the information down below for the Stash Bash Palooza classes and the Redefine Creative website, and join me every Saturday for a layout inspired by one of the classes. I'm going to put those classes to good use this year, and the Scrapbook and Cards Today Scrapbook 101 is the last class that I am purchasing this year. Famous last words. Until I've caught up a little bit more. And I'm just thrilled to be working with all of these fun classes. Don't forget to pop on over to Instagram and see Karina's lovely layout for today. And look for the Baby Got Scraps as well, that thumbnail, to see what Kristen and everybody else playing along with that fun collaboration is doing today. And I will see you again back here very soon. Well, tomorrow actually, for Sketch Sunday. And we have a bit of a surprise for you on our Sketch Sundays as well for 2021. See you then. Thanks for being here. Stay safe, my friends. Bye for now.